everybody, we are making soap. Alright, we are making carrot soap and we're making vegan soap. So I'm going to have a vegan recipe and a carrot soap recipe. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is talk about the carrots. So I'm going to bring you in just a little closer. So hang on, we'll be right back. Okay, this is our carrots. And I normally put about a cup into a double batch of additives. That's 4 ounces for a single batch and 8 ounces for a double batch. So when they were uncooked, I weighed them and weighed a little bit extra, to allow for mistakes. So, but one thing to discuss on this, the water is distilled. I bleached everything. I washed it in bleach water because we're going to use the water that has dripped down because part of our nutrition is under here. Now, with your carrots, when you put them in a pot and you boil them, a lot of your nutrition goes flying out into the air in the steam or the water molecules that acclimate out into the air. So I felt like that was it was robbing part of the great stuff that's in this carrot that we're wanting to put in this soap. So I felt that steaming it was the best method. So my carrots have steamed for 25 minutes. I checked them at 15, at 20, and then at 25 because I wanted to have them quite mushy. And being that they're steamed, they don't get as mushy as when they're waterlogged. And also I didn't want them to be waterlogged because I want to keep the fluids down as much as possible because that's going to cause long cure times in my soap. Okay, so now we're going to dump these into our food processor. And I believe that you can see appropriately. And I'm not going to weigh them yet. But what I am going to weigh is my water. And so I'm going to get my scale. Here. And put my washed and bleached cup here. Turn it on. Oh, plug it up. Step 1. Okay, and I can't read the mode, so let me come around. Okay, there's ounces. Okay, so, all right, so now I'm going to weigh my water because, and I'll tell you why in a minute. Just hang on. And on my fill line, I filled it to the lowest level. I didn't fill it up as high as it could go. Let me get this out of our way. Okay. And I have 5.7 ounces of water. Okay. So that I needed to know how much I was added. Now I'm going to try. I don't know if it'll let me or not, but I'm going to try to puree it up without adding extra water, and it may not let me. Oh, the UPS man is here. Okay, that's locked. Okay, I'm going to put you on pause while I pick up from the UPS man. Okay, and we're back, and my Planet Label samples arrived. And I will open those with y'all guys since it came while we were recording. I did the silliest thing. I had the window up because I knew they were coming today so that I could just put my hand out the window and just grab it from the UPS man and he wouldn't have to come to the door. and that saved him some steps. We should always be respectful of our UPS men because they work the longest hours. Those little delivery guys, he's sometimes at my house at 7 o'clock at night, and you know that he got up at 4 o'clock this morning to be out on his route by probably 5 or 6. So in any case, we're going to turn, well, if we had it plugged up, sweet carrot. Okay, plug her up. Okay, back to start. Okay, so we're going to turn it on, and I'm going to put it on 1. Some water because we're getting carrot chips, but we're not getting carrot puree. So, and it looks really smushy. Yeah, but we're definitely getting carrot chips because of the lack of water. So I'm going to put our water in there and turn it on. Oh, did I not get it? Make it happy. There we go. Okay. So now let's see what we've got. And remember, we had 5.7 ounces of water, because you know Kimberly can't remember these things. Oh, now we have awesome baby food. Okay. So now we will measure this up and see what we've got. And in it goes. Oh, I'll need a spatula. And all my spatulas are always washed with all my dishes. I always put just a little bit of bleach these days in there. I have found that all the grease residue just disappears when you put a little bit of bleach. Okay, so let's see what we've got. Woo! I just got carrot in the face. Okay, we've got a cup and a fourth, and with the fact that part of that's water, I am quite satisfied with that. And I originally put like 9 ounces of dry carrots in there. I put an extra ounce, and so I do have a cup and a fourth with the water. So, and I wanted a cup. It's very pureed, looks really nice. And so, all right, so let's go on to step 2. So, keep with me. Oh, and let me bring that up closer. Perfect baby food. And all of our nutrition is almost 100% in there because I steamed them and I didn't boil them and like leave all that, you know, with all that water flying out and taking part of the goodie with it, which happens when you boil. Okay. Okay, guys. This is my scribble. Now, this is our coconut milk. Now, we've had 13.3 ounces of water, and because our total water need was 26.6 with this recipe. So I took 13.3 and put all of the lye in half of the water. So now I've got to accumulate the other 13.3. So I had 5.7 ounces of water that went in with our carrots. And our carrots was fairly dry because they were steamed. And then I let them sit for a long time and all the moisture go back down until they were cool. So that comes up with exactly 20 ounces. So I need 6.6 more ounces to have the 26.6. And I'm going to try to get it right on the dot, because with water, sometimes, if you go a few points over, it's okay. But we do have a little bit of moisture possibly with our carrots. So we want to try to control our water as much as possible. I'm going for a spatula. So we're going to try to get 26.6 ounces of water of coconut milk. 4.1, 5.2. All right, I ended up with 6.3, 6.4, 6.5, 6.6, which turned out to be about half the can. Now I'll freeze this for my next carrot soap, and so that I'll have my milk ready for that. So now this will go into the freezer and get really, really cold. Just as I did the carrot pulp, the carrot puree, I put it in the freezer and got it really, really cold so it would be ready to go in our soap. Okay, so the only thing I haven't done is measured out my oats, and I use oats rolled organic. And then I grind them in that big old mixer that you saw. A little tip about that, or that big blender, there's a tip about that. Your blender must be bone dry. So when you wash it, you've got to let it sit dry real good, and then you've got to let it air dry all day and all night and use it the next day. Because if there's the tiniest a bit of water or moisture in that, you will make cream doughs, and they won't grind up. You have to have a completely dry blender, and I ground these and then just put them right back in their bag. So let's go over our what we're doing again with the carrot soap, our baby carrot soap, so that we are all on the same page. Okay, because your recipe may vary slightly that you're using. So I don't want you to just have my measurements, because your lye water amount and my lye water amount might be slightly different. So you've got to understand how to do this with your recipe, or you can always use one of mine. But all of my recipes, whether they're vegan or non-vegan, they're going to fluctuate slightly, so it will cause the water levels to be different. So I have a double batch here. Okay. I put 9 ounces of carrots, and I weighed them before I trimmed the ends, and I took the carrot peeler to them. So it was slightly under. I chopped them up. I put them in my steamer. I filled the fill line to the lowest possible level. Mine had 3 choices for fill lines. When we got done, we took our carrots and we weighed our water. And we made mark of the water, which was 5.7. So you need to notate your water. If for some reason you've got way too much water, you could always put it in a sauce pot on low on the oven and just simmer it and let it slowly evaporate a little bit. Try to keep as much of your goodness as possible that way, maybe, or just don't use all the water. Okay, so 5.7 ounces of water is what I ended up with. Now, on my math, if you'll notice, the fill line on these 2 buckets. This one, the fill line's up here, and this one, the fill line's down here. And that's because I put half the water needed with all of the lye. Here, I put all the water needed with all the lye. So I didn't cut it in half. And this lye water is actually for our vegan recipe. I have little notes. Vegan and video. Meg keeps me straight because she knows Kimberly has to have help. So this is our vegan recipe, and this is our baby carrot recipe, which says video, because she knew I was doing a video on this one. She didn't know I was going to do a video on that one. Okay, so, but we're just focusing on this one right now. Okay, so this is what I ended up with. I put it in the freezer. I did not let it freeze. I just got it good and cold. So then we took our 13.3, which was half of the water needed for my recipe, and we want a total of 26.6, but your recipe might call for a total of 30. So you'd put 15 ounces of water with all the lye, and you'd have 15 ounces to accumulate for. So I took the carrots. The weight of the carrots, I didn't figure in the factor because they were really dry in that steamer. They'd cooled and the water had soaked down, so there was a certain amount of moisture, but not much. And I'm putting in oats, and that will help too. Oats will soak it up and I think the soap will get hard easy. Okay, so we're putting 13.3 ounces of water in here. And so I've got to accumulate 13.3 more ounces of water to go in the pot for the total amount of water of 26.6. So I did that with 6.6 ounces of coconut milk and the 5.7 ounces of water, I believe it was total, that went into the carrots. That was the carrot juice from the cooking of the carrots. So that is our extra moisture. When you combine this and our lye, we have a rough total of 26.6, which will give us all the moisture that we need for our soap cooking. So now, why do I do this? Number one reason is I could put milk, the lye, into my milk. Well, take something, an apple, a fried egg, a boiled egg, a pickle. Just take something like that and mix up some lye water. And I said a fried egg, but it should have been a boiled egg for this idea. You need something, olives, a tomato, and fix you up a pot of lye water and drop it in it and let it sit there for a while and see what the lye water does to it. Because I see this all the time. I used my carrot water to make my lye. And I'm thinking, well, there couldn't be no nutrition left in the carrot water anymore because you put the lye in there. And I just can't wrap my head around putting things in the lye water. Now, some people put sugar in or salt in or lactic acid in, and it's to make it more frothy. But you're not trying to get any nutrition left in the soap or skin benefit left in the soap from that concept. But if you put your lye pack crystals into what you want to get nutrition from, and you let the lye eat on it, is there any nutrition left? I don't know. I don't think so. I think what you've got is the same thing as if I took these beautiful carrots and they were organically grown, and I steamed them instead of boiled them, and I took all these precautions to try to keep as much of the nutrition in there, and then what if I dumped it in this lye water and let the lye eat on it? That don't sit with me. So I don't put things in my lye water except for water, and I try to avoid things going into my into my soap until my lye has had a chance to eat on my oils. So that's what we're going to do next. I know, I'm giving you all this science lesson crap. You just wanted to know how to make this soap. And I froze my lye. Well, actually, Meg did it. And I knew that I wasn't going to make the soap the day that she prepared everything and that it was going to be stored. But she just had it, and I told her just put everything in the refrigerator but mark it. And so she put tape and a little piece of paper and she marked it. But she just didn't think, because anytime I'm making a milk soap it has to go in the freezer, so she put it in the freezer. And I didn't know it was in the freezer. So it was froze. And I saw it yesterday, and I put it down in the refrigerator, and I thought, well, it'll thaw. It didn't thaw. It was still hard as a rock when I pulled it out. So I actually took it and took a crock pot and put it on warm and set it in there, and it's all slushy now, but I still got a pretty hard crystal there in the center, and so I'm going to have to fight that. I've done this once before, but I'm going to have to fight with that and whatnot. So I thought I'd let you see me do it. Now I have this cute little white one that sort of blends with everything, but it's low power, and I need my high-powered one. So I'm going to go ahead and use my high-powered pink mixer or stick blender. And I'm going to bring you up to where you can see me fighting with this ice cube of lye and let you see what I do, because I've done this before. And I'm wearing all my protection because it's more dangerous. And besides, you need to do it anyway. So hang on. Okay, so here we go. I've got you over the pot. So now you can see that I've thawed this thing out mostly, but I've still got a chunk in the middle. And because I do that, I'm not going to just plop it out because it's going to make a big splash. And I got a lot of slushies. So I'm using a stainless steel spoon, and I'm going to drop it down gracefully. And oftentimes my lye will get frozen a little bit, but normally it's just sort of not all the way like a rock. But today it is. And the heat, oh, I need to turn this on. Okay. Okay. Oh, my cube is really bigger than usual. I usually just end up with a little cube in the middle. Hang on, I'm going to chunk this back in here. And I'm going to chunk it up some, at least in half. And I always use stainless steel items when working with frozen lye ice crystals. With frozen globs of lye. Use stainless steel and plastic. No aluminum. Okay, I'm going to go get a big knife. Just hang on. Okay. I changed the camera just a little bit. And see, I got my ball in there, and I'm going to stick my knife in here. And I'm going to break this lye ice cube up. There we go. Of course, you want to make sure that your container is good and sturdy and can handle that lye, the knife coming down on it. But if you're putting lye in it, then it has to be a sturdy container. Okay. Okay. Now we will put our broken lye ice cubes, of all things, in here. And I'm going to change the camera. As you can see, I've got to get every little bit out of this thing. And that's another reason for wearing gloves. Because I'm going to have to really work to get all this frozen lye into my pot. And if I had been patient and let it completely melt, then it would have been what I think is too warm, possibly, because I really like my lye good and cold, ice cold, almost frozen, slushy, to go into my milk soaps and carrot soaps. because I don't want the heat burning, because when you put the lye in there, it burns. The heat can, just like when you put it in a stove on the eye, you know, the heat does some work. So I didn't want that. So okay, let's move you back down. You know how it is when you're in an essential soap video. Things happen spontaneously all the time. Got these goggles on. Yeah, you got a good view. Okay. Alright, so now I've got some lye up on my blender. Get that off. And here we go. Now, just like you can use this to crush ice, you can use this to crush lye ice crystal. You have to be careful not to raise it up out of the thing. Oh, I thought I had an ice crystal stuck up in there. The things we do for soap. Say we mix and blend and blend. We pine over ingredients until we are bubbly. I know. I have a sinus infection. I cannot sing at the moment on tune. Oh, there's a big one. Okay, now take our spoon and ascertain if we have any more big ones. I saw a couple of little bitty baby, but no big ones. And so we got that going. I'm going to put all this down in my lye bucket because it's going to have to be thoroughly washed. Okay. Oh, no, I see a little bit of a crystally look there. Hang on. Okay, and I shouldn't have said crystally, I meant glassy. And so that meant there was a possibility that I still had some lye water in there. Now, to get this spatula out. No, I mean the spoon out. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we've given the soap, the lye, an opportunity to eat on the oil and become, but we don't have enough water for cooking, you know. But so we're going to have to add some more. We need more moisture. But we are working on giving it a chance to eat on the oils. So make the lye busy. Busy. And everything. So I'm letting y'all see me waiting. Okay, so now I'm going to add the milk. It's all I can do, but I have given the milk, or I should say, I've given this milk that much to where it was not touched by the lye itself during the heat up and cool down process. And that lye had already done some of its work and exhausted itself to some degree to turn the oil that's in here into soap. Alright, so now we're going to add our carrots. And we're going to need a stick blender for that, because we're getting lumpies. There is our beautiful carrot soap. Alright, we're cooking this on low, and we're going to cook this, and I'll bring you back as we go and let you have an idea for sure about what's going on and when. Okay, everybody, it's been just cooking for a little while. See the steam trying to get out right here on the side? And we've got gel. So I'm going to cut it up so that, and dig a hole in the center so that the steam can come out. And I'm also going to go around the edges a little bit, because what's sitting right up against the edges could go off and burn on us because it didn't get moved around. So I'm going to move it around a little bit. And I have to be careful because I'm cooking the vegan over here at the same time, so we got to keep our utensils separate. So I have two separate trays, one for each, and now we'll let that continue to cook on out of gel, and I'll bring you back. Okay, everybody, you can see where most of the gel, that's the gelled soap there, and the baby carrot and coconut milk soap is separating, and I'm just breaking up that and mixing it up a little bit. And as you can see, this soap has a little bit of an oatmeal look, which is common when you put milks and things of that sort in there. Okay, so we'll let that cook a little longer. Okay, everybody, our soap has separated and is ready to go. And so now we are going to start see how we've got a lot of separation going on? That commonly happens when we add these type of additives. We're going to turn our crock pot off. And we're going to bring it back to soap. No chemicals needed to bring it back to soap. I've seen people put glycol in there. All right. Now we have our awesome soap. We're going to put in our cup of oats. Oats, of course, is awesome for the skin. You've heard people talk many a times about taking an oat bath when you have skin irritations. Plus, oats makes the lather so creamy and awesome. And of course, this is baby soap. But there's a little bit of a baby in all of us. And so this is awesome for shaving with, and it's so awesome for our skin with the extra benefit of the carrots. Oh, this is some of the most luxuriously awesome soaps. You will just absolutely love it. And I have a new website. It's KimberlyMcNutt.com. KimberlyMcNutt. And that is KimberlyMcNutt.com. And I'm working on getting all my videos on there categorized so that you can find exactly the video you're looking for. My Essential Depot link is going to be on there. Plus our members who are members of our soaping page, Facebook soaping page, can put their YouTube channels on there. Now, we are not adding any fragrance. So, this soap can go directly in the mold, but I like to let it cool down just a little bit. So I'm going to let it cool just a little bit before I add it to my mold, and then we'll be finished with our beautiful soap, and we'll get to set it up and let it cure, and we'll cut it tomorrow. So just hang with me, and we're going to put it in our mold and put a cute little design on the top. I am the most silly girl. I forgot to put the super fats in. I can't forget to put the super fats in. This is our olive oil and our coconut oil and our shea butter, our glycerin, and our vitamin E. Gotta scrape out all the goodie. Now I'm going to just sort of let those pieces of shea butter melt, and then we will stir it again. Okay, put our lid back on. Okay, now we're going to add our soap to the mold. Oh, I'm going to need a spoon. And let me go get one. Alright. Dust out the molds. They were cleaned and prepared a while back. Last Tuesday. And now, if you can see, the shea butter has all melted, and so now I'm blending that all in. And I didn't put honey in here because I'm selling this as a baby soap. And you know, babies are not supposed to eat honey that's unpasteurized. I don't even know if they're supposed to eat honey at all. The first year, I think it is. And I was just concerned there might be some kind of absorption issue when I got to thinking about it. And so I just decided, no, I just don't think I'll do that. Can you still see? Yep. Okay, I'm just eyeballing it. This one needs more. Okay, now they're very close to the same. Okay, now I'd say they're the same. So we'll give this one a scoop, and we'll give this one a scoop. Give that one a scoop. And give that one a scoop. This one didn't get quite as big a scoop as that one did. Now let's half of that to this one, half of that to this one. All right. Okay, we'll take our spoon and give it a pretty little twist. And then I'm going to give them a tap because I don't want it to be too high. I wanted it to just be a swirly look on the top. And I'm sort of standing in the light, so let me get you a better view. There they are. There is our baby carrot soap. Okay. All right, so tomorrow we'll cut it. Okay, everybody. We have our carrot soap and our vegan soap. And right now I'm doing the cut video on our carrot soap. This is a 2-series video, so there'll be some discussion of both in both videos and whatnot. But right now we're talking carrot. You're watching the carrot video. You know it. I know it. Okay. All right. So whenever I want to know what the benefits of something is to the skin, I look it up online. And some people have an issue with figuring out how to find this out. So I thought that I would just do it with you. We'll just sit around the soap table together. So what I'm going to type in is skin benefits of carrots. So skin benefits of carrots in Google. Okay. And it always brings you up. So here I have 10 benefits of carrots. Well, and I look in here and it has like the highlighted words in the little paragraph underneath it, and the word skin is listed. Second one, only the word, it says 8 foods for gorgeous skin. Skin is highlighted. I don't want to get just the benefits of carrots because we ain't going to eat this soap. We're going to rub it around and we're going to have some absorption and some moisturization going on. So I'm going to click on the second one, and the first one is highlighted, so it's like they paid to be there. Whether they've got exactly what I want, most of the time they don't. So I usually get down below the paid advertisements. Okay, so it says, it says 8 foods for gorgeous skin. While genetics and lifestyle habits play a significant role in skin health, the right foods can also help you fight acne, minimize wrinkles, and enhance your skin's natural beauty. Oh, okay, this one is definitely talking about eating. They're talking about eating these carrots. So, not happening here. So let's go back to the second one. Let's see if we can get it. Okay, and we have 10 benefits of carrots, the crunchy power food. Nope, we are talking about eating again. So, that's always this way. Search, search, search. So now we're going to next note. Carrot juice benefits for skin. Let's see. Nope, this is talking consumption. Okay, so we're going to change our search. I always try this first. Skin benefits of carrots in soap. What is carrot soap? Okay, carrot soap. That's in the paid one, so I'm going to go to the second one. Okay, carrot soap is typically an all-natural or parabens, sodium something sulfate, and sodium whatever free soap made from lye oil and one or all products such as carrot juice, carrot puree, or seeds essential oil, or carrot seed essential oil. This soap is rich in beta-carotene and may even skin tone and act as a strong antioxidant and moisturizer. It can be purchased from most health food stores and companies specializing in natural skincare products, or can be made at home fairly easily. Natural soaps are made from lye, let's see, cleanse the skin, natural oil, Carrot soap provides many health benefits. It is abundantly rich in beta-carotene, a powerful antioxidant that enhances cell renewal or cell turnover, helps to clear and clean sweat glands and reduce acne, safeguards the skin against sunburn and damage, evens out mottled skin tones. This soap is also a strong moisturizer, augmenting the skin's capacity to hold moisture, which helps prevent dry skin and psoriasis. Alright, so there is some. Another benefit of this soap is that it is often all natural and free of parabens. We've done read that. And it doesn't have added fragrance and colors because it's already beautiful in orange. When left unmasked, fragrant additive soap made from carrots has a smell that has been described as earthy and woodsy. It does smell earthy and woodsy. Well, I'm a dog. So there you go. Carrots are not just used in soap. And then they can be used for shampoos, which are reputed to moisturize dry hair and help prevent split ends. Also readily available are carrot-containing night and face and hand creams, popular for the same reasons as the soap. So there you go. So I found that out by looking at skin benefits, not just benefits of, but skin benefits of carrots in soap. Alright. Somehow I clicked on a pretty picture of carrots and it's just going crazy now. All kinds of beautiful carrot pictures are popping up. Okay, so let's get this little booger out of the way. Things like this always happen on essential soap videos. Okay, I promised that I would open up my Planet Label samples. I'm working on coming up with a classy little affordable label. A lot of people just make a little amount of soap and they can afford to spend a whole lot of money on labels and packaging and puff and all this stuff. But I need to have something real affordable. And so I was looking at label size, and this is not one of my, I told her a size that I think is going to end up being too big. See? I think, yeah, this is way too big. But that's okay because I'll find some way to use these labels later. But I wanted them for the color. And when you're looking at the colors on the computer screen, you often don't see the true color because your video card displays it as it will, is basically the truth. So this is the white one, and you're looking at this on the computer. so you're not going to possibly see this as properly, but we'll put it next to my white and red here. There's blue and pink. Oh, she sent me some different sizes. Oh, good. Here's yellow and green. Okay, and then, oh, this is a soft yellow, because I needed to pick out the color, because the ink is so expensive in the color ink to do a whole lot of these things. So that's a soft yellow, cream almost. I like that. And let's put these down. Then we're getting into the vibrant colors. Here's a bright pink and a bright orange and a bright blue. Oh, and a really pretty green and an orange and a very bright yellow. So I'm going to be looking at these to decide what color I want to purchase, or if I want to purchase color, because I'm sort of debating. I'm going to look at the price for purchasing, which I think this is actually a tinted one. I don't think, yeah, this is actually a really soft color. It's not actually white. I thought it was white, but when I put it up next to the receipt and my clothes, this is not white, so this is a color. But we'll just pretend it's white. So I've been thinking about, you know, like a little splash of color, but basically most of it being in black, and just having a little bit, like maybe a little box in color, a little design in color, and then everything written, but something to make the labels look, you know, catch your attention. Because normally, I should have brought one. I just put my, well, I did. I just put my business card in the front, and when I put my soaps on Amazon, I was like, they might not like it that I got a picture of with my website address on the front of the bar on the picture on Amazon. And so I thought, I gotta have some kind of label. So I made up a little label that's, you know, and I really wasn't that fond of it. But in any case, I just did something semi until I could nail this down. And so this is what I'm working on. I'm working on totally black ink with a colored label, and maybe have like yellow be for one kind of soap, the soft yellow, and the blue for another, and the pink for another, or a series of soaps. And like the sinus soap, maybe do the sinus soap in this bright green, and then just have black lettering and a black design, maybe even a little cartoon nose on there. And so I'm debating this. So they sent me the samples, and they'll send those to you too, totally free, so that you can actually see the color and see which one suits you. And I thought that was so nice of them at Planet Label. And so far, I find Planet Label to be the best price on the actual labels. And so I really love them. So here is our colors. And I'm going to look at the price of the label that I decided on, which is smaller than these. But I do like that little label she sent me. Let's see where it is. Where's that smaller label? Here we go. This label here. But I think it's too long. Yeah, it's still too long. It's about an inch too long, but the width is perfect. So I'm going to ponder this. I have some labels that were really close to what I needed, really good. I was able to make do with them, but they're up and down, and I can't figure out how in my Word program to turn it around so I can type on it. So I had to create an image and then drop it on and rotate it in Paint, which then when I brought it to the right size made it fuzzy. So if you look at my Amazon pictures, the labels are fuzzy. So I thought, well, it was a Sunday, Planet Label was closed. So I thought, well, I'll talk to them. So that's what I'm working on now. And then also, now this one don't have the barcode, but I've purchased barcodes. The barcode's at the bottom, and I'm afraid moisture from the soap will deteriorate the barcode. So I've got to get a sticker for the back with the ingredients and the barcode, and then a sticker for the front too. And I'm all excited about it, but I'm trying to make it as inexpensive as possible. So that's what that was all about, and why the UPS man was coming. All right, so let's get to cutting this soap. Okay, all right, so I've got my Essential Depot cutter, and I like it. I loosen the screws so it flops over, because that's the way I like it. Okay, so let's get our carrot soap out, and I thought I'd just do this sitting at the soap table with y'all guys. And I love these new wire baskets, and I'm ordering more of those actually this month. I need to be putting my order in right now, but I hadn't done it. So I guess I'll do it tomorrow, because it's like, I don't know, it's like 7 or 8 o'clock at night. Wesker's birthday was today. We had so much fun. And this soap is actually 2 days old instead of 3. I mean, instead of 1 day. And but with the Essential Depot molds, I've not had a problem leaving soap, hot processed soap, longer than 1 day. But I do keep it covered. I don't let it air dry. I keep it covered with plastic so that it keeps the moisture in, and it's still okay, easy to cut. All right. It smells so good, and there is no scent in here. This is baby soap with no scent, just carrots and coconut milk. And because of the oats, it made its little song. Oh. And the oats give it a really pretty texture. And as you can see, it's sturdy soap. It's not going to take forever to cure. So let's see what it looks like. Daniel Law sent me a carrot soap, and it was so luxurious. I had to make some. That was it. I was hung. I was hooked. Oh, and when you first cut oatmeal soap, it always has a cooked oatmeal smell, but once it cures, it loses that. Sometimes you can smell a little bit when you're washing with it, but it does. And it's just the most beautiful color. It's just the most beautiful color. And aren't they pretty? Oh yeah. And these are, let's see how much they weigh. That's why I had my scale out here. Because they lose a little bit once they lose moisture when they air dry. Okay, these are 5.2. So I'm going to think that these are going to be somewhere around 4.8 to 5 ounces. I talked to the FDA about that because it's important that you weigh your soap. And here's one that's thoroughly cured, 4.8. So they'll lose a few points in the curing process. They lose some moisture, and then as they sit in their package, they can lose more. And she said that they know that, and they want you to try to guess the most appropriate weight. And then they understand that the package could lose moisture and weigh less a month or so later. And they won't penalize you for that, as long as it's not so significant that they can tell that you were, maybe lying about it to make your soaps look bigger than they really were. And so you try to be as accurate as possible. And like on the back of your labels, I used to always put my oils and stuff, and then I would put the essential oil list at the bottom, but can't do that. It has to be by volume. So everything goes in by how much is in there, greater to smaller. So the vitamin E is always on the bottom of the list. Even the colorant, the amount of colorant that you use. And since I don't call my spices colorants, that's another thing. The FDA has an approved colorant list, and anything you put in your soap to make it colored that is not on the approved list, you just list it as an ingredient. You don't say for color or colorant. You don't say it's a colorant. You just say it's like, if somebody asked you, you could say it was for texture. You don't say it's a colorant, because they have an approved colorant list. And then you make sure that the item that you've placed in there is skin safe. That's your responsibility. And also, it's very good to find articles online about using it in soap by your peers, and printing those off and keeping a file folder, and then do a search, warnings, recall, and list the item that you're coloring with, and print off any information. Of course, study it too. Know your product, and have that on file, so that if you're inspected by the FDA, you can show that this product is used by others in soap making, by your peers, was their terminology, and also you can show you can do searches on its skin safeness, print those, and have those in your file, and also any information on recall or harmfulness, any restrictions, warnings. You can do search like carrot warnings in soap, because this actually makes this soap colored. You can do all kinds of searches and print those out. If there was nothing, like it said nothing, print that page that shows there's nothing online that says it's bad. And that way you've got that all ready if they come knocking. Oh yeah, got oats. Bling! So, now we have our first baby carrot coconut milk soap. And I think that's what I'm going to name it. Baby carrot coconut milk soap. And this will go on the website. It'll probably be bar 30 or something, unless I have a number missing in my repertoire I need to fill, because I have had soaps that I just turned out not liking, and I just discontinued them. And I can tell this one is going to be a great seller. Baby carrot soap. See, what was that video where he was washing all of his 300 and something parts or something like that? Might put on there safe for washing, or maybe safe for the baby in you or something. Who knows? I want to come up with something cute. All right. So there we go. There is our baby carrot soap. Baby carrot coconut milk soap. And of course, coconut milk is very moisturizing. If you talk about coconut oil, it's really great for the skin. And you can go online and do just like I did, skin benefits of coconut milk in soap, or skin benefits of coconut milk, and find your answers on how awesome it is. Now, I have been very enterprising, and I had this woman call me, and she's like, oh, I just always search your name, and it brings up all your stuff. And I was like, I didn't know people searched my name. And I thought, And so I bought KimberlyMcNutt.com. So now you can go to www.KimberlyMcNutt.com. It is a new website, so some of the search engines will not have it. You'll probably have to type it up in the address bar. You probably won't be able, if you type Kimberly McNutt, you'll get my Facebook, my websites, and all that stuff, but you might not get KimberlyMcNutt.com yet because the search engines haven't picked it up yet. And it is a website that I created for me and you. It is a website that has and it's not completed. It is just not even a halfway what it's going to be. I have got links to my videos. So like this one here, this says carrot soap. It's going to have making baby carrot soap. And you can click on it and there will be the video. And there's a directory down the side. Salt bar soap. Click on it. You can see the video. Making soap from scratch. You can see the video. So instead of searching on YouTube and getting lost, you can go to KimberlyMcNutt.com and you can find my videos. They're not all there yet, but as this video gets older, there are more and more and more because I'm spending hours doing this so that it will be a directory for you. Plus, I'm going to have pages on benefits of essential oil, pages on benefits of carrots, coconut milk, goat's milk, blah, blah, blah. It is going to have benefits of like shea butter, cocoa butter, argan oil, and then it's also going to have my link to the page where I sell my soap. It may have some pages on my soaps. I haven't decided yet. It's also going to have my link to Essential Depot, and I'm also going to put some of my favorite products of Essential Depots on there with my opinion about them. And how they're used. It has my soap recipes that I give away on there already. But eventually it will get to the point to where, like with this coconut, like with this carrot recipe, it'll have the video and then it'll have the recipe right under it. So you won't have to be looking in the description for it. It'll just be right there written out for you on the webpage. And so, as you may know already, and if you don't, I will tell you, I give away all this information and I only ask two things. One, thank you for watching my commercials. I know it's so easy to hit that skip ad button, but if you watch the commercials, it benefits me and that keeps me able to spend all this time and effort to produce these videos for you. And so, thank you for watching the commercials. And that don't cost you anything but your time. And then I ask that if you're going to buy something from Essential Depot, that you use my link. And it is on KimberlyMcNutt.com. So you can go to KimberlyMcNutt.com anytime you want to and find my Essential Depot link. And with that link, you'll be able to go over to their website. It sends a cookie into the shopping cart as long as you purchase while you're there and don't leave the page. Then I will receive the credit, and I thank you so very much. And so, and then of course, a lot of people see how I make the soap and they want to buy some, so my link to my website will be there as well. And there's going to be tons of information. It will never stop growing, this webpage. I'm hoping that it will be a wonderful resource for soapers that are hot process soapers, and then eventually we'll have to put some cold process stuff on there too. But I'm not as knowledgeable about cold process soap, so I'll have to accumulate that from others. Because if you've watched my cold process soap videos, I sort of suck at it. I mean, I made the soap, I sold the soap, but it's not my thing. Sorry, I've had a sinus infection. My husband says he thinks I've accumulated allergies. And it's not that I have a sinus infection, it's that I have allergies that's gone awry. And he wants me to take allergy medicine. And I told him, I said, I'm allergic to so many things. I don't want to be allergic to other stuff that you breathe. But I may be, so we're going to poke around at that. Okay, now those of you who would like to see how to make this wonderful vegan soap, I have made this vegan recipe and it is next. So I've got to wash my cutter because I have got non-vegan soap on it. So we're going to wash the cutter, and then I'm going to do this cut video. But to see this cut video, you're going to have to watch the other video, and it will be loaded up right next to this one. And for easy finding, you can just go to KimberlyMcNutt.com. Alright, so we've been soaping, so I'm going to say bye and start working on that vegan soap recipe, because I got to wash my cutter because I forgot, and I should have cut this one first. Oh well.